guys.
What's
Welcome,
going on?
welcome,
What's up? What's up, man? How are you?
welcome to
And
Wednesday night with those guys. How you doing, Lawrence?
I'm good, man. I'm good as always. Well, not always, but today I'm good. It's just
You,
humid as all Hades here in New York, but
what
you
happened?
live here, you get used to it, and that's that. Um,
What happened? I didn't hear what you.
your screen froze for a microsecond, but that was about it, just a microsecond. Anyway, what's up with you, man? Have you recouped from that trip to Jersey?
Not really, because since I've been back, I went on live stream. I've been trying to edit some stuff out of. I'm just a little. I'm still worn out. I mean, we did some flying down there, and after we did flying, we did some hanging out a little bit, and then we made our way back. But it was a it wasn't really a long drive. It was a little over 2 hours, but the times we were going to bed and stuff like that is, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
what made it kind of rough.
You need to redeem me, man, and stop telling people I was going to sleep at 9. You know, if
No,
I don't think they believed that I was going to sleep at 9. Now here's something strange
uh-huh.
because right now I see it shows. All right, I'm trying to pay attention to numbers and everything, and
What
we're
is
gonna
it?
have to sit here for a while until people pop in or whatever. Anyway, so
Well,
we just gonna do like we're gonna do. I'm sure you have some things you want to talk about, and I have a few things I want to talk about.
the only thing I really wanted to talk about, truthfully speaking, was that was what the topic of the show was, and we were waiting for. That's the meat of the show is what was in the description about the representation.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Yeah, I know. But what we were talking about was this fireworks tomorrow. You know, and I know a lot of guys would really love to put their drones up and get some shots tomorrow. But I
Yeah.
I urge my brothers out there that fly in this area, New York, New Jersey,
If you, yeah,
just leave your drone
don't
at
do
home.
it. Don't do it.
Leave your
Don't
drone at
do it.
home.
Plain and simple. Like Herman says, we urge you if you live in the New York State metropolitan area, New York City metropolitan area, the 5 boroughs, and you're thinking about flying your drone anywhere near the fireworks, one of the base camps that the police are going to be flying drones out of is Brooklyn Bridge Park. Okay, I saw it on the news. So they are going to have Hey, Mr. Crowley, what's up? They are going to have
Crowley,
at
how you doing?
three,
Welcome.
they're
Excuse me.
going to have at least 3 to 5 drones flying out of Brooklyn Park. Now, keep
Brooklyn
in
Bridge Park.
mind, they're flying Mavic Enterprises. So you figure they could fly from there to Valentino. So don't think you can take off at Valentino and be seen. Okay, they can fly. And if they can fly to Valentino, they can fly to Red Hook. They are going to be in the air looking for drones, guys, tomorrow. It's been all over the news. We plead with you.
Hold on.
Seriously.
Of course they can make it that far.
Right, right. Because we've made it that far from those spots to
I don't
fly.
know what you're talking about.
Well, I
Never,
know some people who have. When I
I've
say
never
we,
done that.
I know some people who have. But with the fireworks going on, last year, I remember someone had asked me if I wanted to do a rooftop shooting. They had a rooftop in Brooklyn and they had a decent view of a local firework display, not the Macy's one. And dude was willing to pay $1,000 for footage of the fireworks because I think he was sponsoring it. And I didn't do it. And the reason I didn't do it is because, as pretty as it looks and everything, all it takes is for one shell to misfire or go where it's not supposed to, and there goes your drone.
Well, the thing about fireworks, is that you don't really have to be up on them to get some good shots, even though it would look nice.
Right, the concussion from those M80s and quarter sticks of dynamite that they use for those really big ones. Trust me, the concussion could affect your drone. Mr. Crowley says Boston has banned all drone aircraft near half shell and fireworks.
Yeah, well, here too. Here
Huh?
too. It's illegal to fly fireworks, but guys like to get the shots. And this one here, they're talking about some serious business of detecting where you are, finding you, and getting coming
Yes,
after you.
yes. So you guys that watch this live stream after it's been recorded, pass the word around to those groups, especially NYC 5 Borough Drone Meetup, especially there,
Please.
because I know everybody and their mother's going to be out flying. If you do go fly, fly safe. But we're both letting you know that
Oh,
it's been made known on the news all day today that they're using drone technology. They're not talking about just these dudes flying around. They're talking about what, Herman?
well, I got the email already from the what do you call it, the AMA, about the no fly, the temporary flight restriction already for it. So it's in effect. So I don't. So guys can do whatever they want. I'm urging the guys in the area not to do it.
And I agree with that. Now I know for a fact I can count on one hand a bunch of guys that I know are going to be flying tomorrow. I could probably count on two hands a bunch
Well,
of guys that I know will be flying tomorrow. All I say is fly safe, guys. You were advised that they need a reason to test out this drone tech.
well, I'm
Okay.
gonna be flying tomorrow too.
What happened?
I'm gonna be flying tomorrow too.
Oh, you're going to be barbecuing though.
Yeah, but I plan to cook everything early and sit down with my tello.
Okay, that's what's up. If I do any flying, it'll probably on my simulator, because I'm practicing flying with a 3 inch on there, so I don't fly this 3 inch too much. But it's
Now,
yeah,
what I want to know is this, though, Lawrence. What do you think about this one? The Tello is considered to be a toy grade drone,
right,
right? It's under the weight class that it needs to be classified as a registered drone.
right.
If I put this up and got some shots of the fireworks, you think they come after me?
Um, I don't. Where in the middle of the fireworks, where there's crowd and everything.
If that thing can make it into the middle of the fireworks, I'm going to buy another one.
I was about to say, but because I've seen Telos go maybe 100 feet away from you.
Yeah,
All you need to do is go up and take a few pictures, right?
right. I just want to go up from the Brooklyn Promenade right there, right out above the park and get some shots of the fireworks.
That should be interesting. I wonder if the camera can handle the flashes from the fireworks.
Hey, I put a filter on it.
So they did tell it on no damn filter, man.
You get a piece of tape.
But I did see the very first racing drone today with an ND8 filter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be real interesting if they start putting filters on racing drones. That's going to be real interesting.
Well, don't they strap on the what's those?
They use the GoPros, right? They do.
You can get filters for that.
Right, but now the actual FPV camera, say
Uh-huh.
if the drone records in 4K,
Okay.
comes with there's an ND8, because the 4K there's two cameras in it. There's one for FPV on the bottom and a 4K one on top, and it's an oval shaped filter that fits over both of them. I need to do some more research. I saw it for the first time today, actually.
Why does this thing stay on my screen like this?
What's that?
It stays on the screen and keeps telling me that Google Hangouts is live.
Oh, I don't know. I see live in the upper right hand corner where I see you on screen, but that's about it.
Right. I clicked this thing to close it, and it came back. I don't know.
Oh, well, anyway, getting back to the parade, I've always wanted to shoot
Great fireworks. I keep
the
saying
fireworks. Yeah, I've always wanted to shoot. There's that magic call.
that's the same person.
Well, I've always wanted to shoot the fireworks, but to be honest, you'd have a better chance shooting the fireworks at Coney Island. Everyone does that. You know, that's in fact, that's why I don't do it. If you've noticed the entire time that you've ever seen me fly, you've never seen me post firework photos because everyone else is doing it already.
Well, I don't do it because I know that you're not supposed to, and I would rather not.
I hear you. I hear you. I do hear you. But as far as drone news, I honestly don't have any. There hasn't been anything. Oh, yes, there is. There is something new in drone news. They just reported this on CNN that, and I'm looking at it right now, that the military, starting with the Army, and then it will go to the Marines and so on in that order. But
All
they
right.
are getting ready to equip the military with pocket-sized reconnaissance drones. Now, you've seen this drone before. It's the one that looks a little like a tadpole. It is big
I,
at the
I
top and
think I did see that one already.
yes, yes, yes. Well, they've already decided
Yes.
to give them each. The cost of the particular purchase is believed to be 1.4 billion British pounds, nearly 1.8 million dollars, working out about $60,000 per drone. Working out to be about $60,000 per drone. So that one little drone, not
Little
and it
joint like that. Yeah.
not only can it do reconnaissance, but that drone can actually see in different color spectrums, infrared, ultraviolet, and regular RGB, regular red, green, blue light. And it should be interesting. It's 16.8 millimeters. It's called the Black Hornet.
Mm-hmm.
And doing flights last up to 25 minutes from this little thing.
I
It's
remember I was telling you about that. How
yeah.
you put this thing somewhere, and no one would even know it's there.
Yes, you can't even hear it. That's another thing. Oh, but check it out. Hold on. This is another feature. All
Give
right.
me a second. I'll be right back.
During flights lasting up to 25 minutes and with the machine traveling at up to 6 meters per second, that's or 20 feet per second, that's pretty fast. That's almost racing drone speed, by the way. The 1.2 ounce drone can stream live video and HD still images through an encrypted data link connected to an operator located at up to 1.2 miles away. So for yeah, I want one too. If you give me a second, where are you? You still there? Oh, he stepped away. So, Mr. Crowley, check this out. I'm going to share my screen and show you this bird. And I want a couple of them, dude. Hold on. I was going to show Mr. Crowley
Yeah, I can
this
hear you.
particular drone. This is it right here.
Mhm.
It has a forward sensor. It has most not sensor obstacle avoidance.
Yep.
It has obstacle avoidance, and if it's 6 feet above you hovering, you can't hear it. Also, it has a FLIR system for. Let me scroll down here.
That's
It
the one
says,
that I saw.
yep, the FLIR system offers a compact launch unit which can be attached to a military vehicle and used to deploy up to 4 of the drones at one time. So you could attach these to a Jeep or something and hit a button and they'll go do surveillance and they'll all go do what they
Yep.
want in their direction. Now the fact that it can stream HD footage for up to 1.2 miles lets you know what kind of technology is out there.
Huh. Believe it.
You
Because,
know,
like I told you before, if we get it, if we get to use it, we get to have it in society, that means the military's already been using it. They already been tried it, and they already been playing with it.
well, you're right. But they're going to issue one to every Army officer that's deployed, and then it will slowly trickle down to the Marines, which I believe the Marines are probably using already anyway. 25-minute battery life. Can you imagine?
Somebody's using it.
Yeah, come on.
CIA.
I would love to have those. Military is usually 20 years ahead of us. Exactly.
Drones, how you doing this evening?
I agreed. Love my drones. It's usually 20 years ahead of us. And believe it or not, if they're letting us see it now, they already into something that we wouldn't even believe
Right.
conceivable. But this particular drone is shaped like this and has a small thin tail and is only about this long and can fly for 25 minutes and hover above someone 6 feet above them and they won't hear it. It has obstacle avoidance, it has FLIR, it has ultraviolet,
It has a lot in that little
infrared.
body.
Yeah, the
That's
technology
why.
that's in that little thing. But now they did quote it at being worth each drone is worth $60,000.
Yeah, well,
So now you're going to take a $60,000 device and put it on every man soldier that you have that's deployed.
okay.
Where's that money coming from? The taxpayer.
Well, that's where all the money that they spend comes from. But
Hey, Al Diaz.
Al Diaz, how you doing?
Now you can kind of understand why some people have dronophobia. Well, you want to know what? They're always going to have some type of phobia.
Well,
If it's not drones, it's UFOs. If it's not UFOs, it's ex-wives. There's always going to be some kind of phobia. you know, that's how you have to look at it. Give me 1 second. I just need to go to the refrigerator and get something to drink.
all right.
It's okay with you?
Yeah, well, think about it. They can use those little drones to spy on people. They can put it into a big area, a room or something like that. No one even knows it's in there. They can spy on everyone in there, listen to conversation. That's crazy, some of the things. I mean, we worry about little devices on people. Now this thing can fly to places that you wouldn't even be able to get to and be able to pick up information that's being hidden. No, that's crazy.
Well, here's something for you, Herman. You think
That's
about,
crazy.
you know how the Tomahawk missile locks into radio frequencies and then it attacks that targeted area? Well, imagine if this drone was tuned to the frequency or the satellite number of your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
It could follow you around for 25 minutes and you would never
Right.
have a clue.
But what I'm saying is that I don't know what the range is on this thing. But can you imagine you need to get into you can't get in there without them detecting who you are or you not supposed to be there or whatever. And you put this thing up and send it right in. I mean, they'll see Mavic come over the wall or Phantom come over the wall, but this little thing, you would never see it in the dark.
Well, check this out. I don't know how fast 20 feet per second is, but 20 feet per second. So every time you go 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, every 3 seconds, that thing is moving 60 feet. That's racing drone speed. And quietly.
All I'm saying is that you could put it in places. Listen, the CIA is already using that.
Yeah. And like Mr. Crawley said, Love My Drone said, 20 years of technology. Yeah, that is moving out there. As we were talking about out this pocket-sized drone that they're going to issue every military officer in the Army that's deployed. Now it averages it costs $60,000 for one. I'll put the link so you can see what it looks like and everyone else. Because here at Wednesday nights with those guys and Sunday nights with those guys, we try to fact check. So if we say something, I'm speaking for myself. If I say something wrong and you have information to back it up, please feel free to bring it up. I have no problem. I could be misled. I could have read a different article, things like that. 15 miles per hour is still faster than a human can move.
Yeah.
Mr. Crowley says that's only 15 miles an hour. Okay, you want to know what? My slowest racing drone does 15 miles an hour. Okay, yeah. My slowest racing drone. This little tiny whoop right here. This Mobula 7 can do about 12 to 15 miles an hour.
Okay, well, if it's a racing drone and it can only go 12 miles an hour, what can it race? Other drones that go 12 miles an hour?
127, I think, is the record, the 149.
No. I have to look that up again because I found that before. No, what I'm saying, a 12-mile-an-hour drone can only race another 12-mile-an-hour drone.
True. That's true. Mr. Crowley says his fastest does 130.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the record, didn't you do something?
Yeah, that was ridiculous what he
I
did.
think the true record was 179, but they brought it down to 163.
Yeah.
Because they had to average out the runs.
You know, I have it still somewhere here. I just got to look for it. I keep all of that stuff. But did you hear about that incident that took place down in Florida with these people on the beach?
Yeah, I did see that. But I don't know if these guys knew about the story.
That was a crazy little story. I don't know. I thought a lot of people might have heard about it, but this guy, he had his Mavic at the beach with him and the wife and kids, and the kids were out playing in the water, and the wife was right nearby. So he was like, "Yo, let me put my drone up and get some video of my family at the beach." So he puts the drone up, and he sees a shark swimming towards his kids.
Yeah.
The guy goes screaming to the kids and the wife, get out the water. And the shark swam by and just kept on going about his business.
I'm trying to pull up the picture right now.
That was crazy. It was on
I actually froze the video so you guys could see it. It's actually on YouTube, but this shark was moving towards them. And once they actually, here's the photo. This is them on the lower right-hand corner of the square, and that dark mass in the upper left-hand corner about 11 o'clock is actually the shark.
Yeah,
so
that was crazy.
But that was before they were being told to get out of the water. Once the mother started yelling, get out of the water, get out of the water, the shark turned away. At least that's what I remember the story of them saying about.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much how it went there. Because
I'm trying to get this gook off of the camera.
The guy came running over with his controller and everything, screaming to the wife to get him out of the water. And when she saw it, she made sure she got her kids out of the water.
Well, Al Diaz, you said they say the Russians are making owls that look like birds. I happen to know the United States military was working on one that looked like a pigeon. As long as it was sitting still, it looked like a pigeon. But if you looked really hard at it, you could see a dome over the top. But the rest of it, you could tell, was a pigeon.
Really?
So I could believe them making birds. Because who would suspect a bird to be a camera?
Well, that's interesting because I think it'd be harder to make a pigeon look like a camera than it would an owl, because most people don't see owls, but we see a lot of pigeons.
Right.
And I don't know about the pigeons in your neighborhood, but the pigeons in the rest of New York that I've seen, them some hurt birds, man.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
Them some hurt up birds. They got a lot of chinks in their armor.
I know.
Some of the paint is coming off them in certain places.
Well, supposedly that's what supposedly that's what they were working on. And to be honest, I've seen some incredible nano stuff. I've seen a dragonfly. Mike Roach, what's good? I've seen the dragonfly. Mike, I could send you an invite too. Why not? If you feel like popping in, just give me a second to get it out to you.
Love my drone. You're talking about the fact that most people don't know don't see owls often.
Go ahead. I'm still here. I
was asking him a question because I know you could put a camera in an owl and I would see the owl and not know that, and not really be sure. And plus, It all depends on when you see the owl, because most of the time they're not really out during the day. And if the
See,
only
that's what I would deem as suspicious. That to see
but
an owl during the day.
yeah, but at night, you if you saw an owl, would you know if that was really an owl? How often do you see an owl?
Not at night. Not at night. I mean, out here, out on Long Island, they have little owls that are like maybe about 6 inches tall, and they make a little hoo hoo sound, but you never see them. You never see them. Even during the day, you hear them sometimes on Long Island. But
But in the pigeon, the pigeon, like I said, there's some they're a tough bird, and a lot of them are beat up.
that's
To be
true.
able to make a camera look like a pigeon, you gotta be good.
Yeah, I need to find that article. Hold on, I need to find that. Drone
Because if you think
looks
about it, you see pigeons
like
going to go to war. They're like that bird over there. You know what I mean?
All right, they have one here. Hold on, I have to see if I can find it. If not, I'll have to find it. There's a bunch of stuff here with drones that look like birds. They have one that looks like seagulls.
Well, I've
They have
seen that.
another one, a Chinese surveillance bird. It flies, but it doesn't flap its wings. They have another one that looks like a hawk.
Hmm. I saw one
Um,
that looked sort of like a big seagull, and it was flapping its wings.
yeah, that one, the robotic bird.
Yeah.
That one I've seen. I have to find the one. I have to find because it was actually in a video. It
Okay.
was within a video. They were showing different types of drones. That'll give me some homework to do. Okay, no problem. We appreciate you popping in. Any little time that you can is very much appreciated.
Okay.
Hopefully Sunday, yes, we're gonna have Scott on Sunday, the creator, the astronaut slash creator of that fluidity controller. He's gonna be on. So if you got questions, write them down so you can ask them. I'm sure there's probably gonna be some type of Q&A. So it'll be a more serious show, you
Hmm.
know. Like we had a panel before and it seemed to be pretty good. So let's see how it turns out. Actually, with the buzzard, the way they soar.
With the who? Which city
Well,
had?
seagulls, yeah. I live along the beach too. You see seagulls just gliding on the winds and stuff.
Now that's another thing that was funny. You remember? And this is a funny story here. When we were in Atlantic City, right? We were looking to fly, get some shots during the evening, and we were noticing that it's a lot of seagulls out at night. Like, what are they blind? Don't they sleep?
Yeah,
I
and
thought
keep
they,
in mind, what time was it? What time was it about?
it was like 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why are the seagulls out at 2 o'clock in the morning? Why are they out at 12 o'clock? Why are they out at 10 o'clock? I'm like, this is ridiculous. They should be asleep. And they're hovering over these hotels along the boardwalk in Atlantic City, and it's like some of the hotels that have the bright lights is where they're hanging out, and they're hovering and hovering and hovering. And then we found out the next day that what happens is they got a big garbage pickup, and they go through all of the resorts, and they pick up the garbage, and they're hovering probably because what we were noticing is that they would travel to the next location. And this is
Right. Because there were two piles. There were two how would you say? There were two sections of seagulls. One way down the beach, spiraling upwards, and we thought they were riding on the air vents of the AC units, the heating units up over the building. Because it's summer, the AC units are pulling all of the hot air out. So we thought they were riding around on it. And every now and then, like Herman said, you would see one bird fly from that pile and fly over to this pile and start flying around. I've never seen seagulls fly at night before. Seagulls are pigeons of the sea,
Yeah,
like Ron said.
right.
They are, because they eat anything. I saw a seagull swallow a chicken leg.
Now, did you see who Mike? Mike says,
Oh, what happened?
Mike.
I looked at that clip, Al
Uh
Diaz. Al Diaz put up a link
huh.
where Russia shows its new spy drone reassembling an owl at a resembling an owl at a military expo.
Okay.
And it looks like an owl and everything with its wings spread, and it has a camera down where the beak should be,
Okay.
but everything else basically looks like an
Looks
owl.
like an owl. So he looks like wood.
No, it's a snow owl. It looks like one of the white,
Okay.
fancy looking ones.
Okay. So he looks like the ones that have the big round head with the smooth hairdo on the top.
Yeah, but snow white.
Yeah.
Now, we're supposed to be talking about a few things tonight. Well, nothing of major importance, but I
We
had
did, we did
I
have
had
one
one at
time.
the Rick Caliber. I was excited to be on the panel, but Novice doesn't want that. Sadness has filled the air.
What happened?
Mr. Crowley says I don't want him on the panel.
Why
You
not?
can come on anytime. I know. Why not? Give me your email and let me see. How can I help? I'm gonna post my email. All right, you respond to the email. I already got the link. You got 10 seconds. Hey, True Drones. All right, gmail.com. All right, you have 1,000, 1,000, actually 15 seconds, 1,000,
Where'd you
4,
post it?
1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. Go ahead, Herman.
What happened? Okay. Yeah.
10,
No,
1,000.
you know that like I said before, that thing with the owl. I don't see owls often enough to say, okay, that's a camera over there, and not an owl.
Well, like I said, we have little ones out here, but um I've never seen them. I've seen them fly from tree to tree, and then after they go whoo, I say, oh, that's what that was. Because actually they're so small, they look like bats. I don't know if in Brooklyn you guys have bats out there, or you see them flying around, but they're usually
Yeah,
about this
bats,
big.
but
They look like little tiny birds flying around at night,
we got bats. I've seen bats plenty of times.
except
Actually,
erratically.
actually, when I was when I was in school upstate,
Mr. Crowley, you send me an email, man?
I had a night class, and we used to have bats fly into the room often. They fly right in the open window.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
flap
see
around
that.
on the ceiling a little bit, and somehow they find their way back out.
Listen, I take out a frying pan and I'll play tennis.
When I was in school,
Mr. Crowley, I'm waiting for you to send me an email to that email I posted before I deleted it. So you can sit here on the panel.
what did he say?
I've time for a cold beer. Yeah, rub it in, Rick Halber. I won't have mine until after the live stream.
What, cold beer?
Yeah.
Well, the topic that we did want to speak about was basically a question that I wanted to throw out, unless you had something else you wanted to cover.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I was just wondering if you had anything else you wanted to cover, because I wanted to bring up what was in the description on tonight's show.
Yeah, we can go straight into that, because we could actually get these guys in the chat's opinion while we have their attention, and you guys can help with this, because this is something that if it gets moving and going,
well,
go ahead.
No, it's not really an if, but it all depends on what.
I got it.
what guys really want. It's not really an if. I mean, it's something that I watch this. If I put it out there, I guarantee it can draw a conversation. And I'm quite sure many of the guys here in the chat have had conversations about it. Well, what the topic was this. Many of the people I've spoken to don't believe that the AMA represents drone pilots properly. Most people believe that they really don't care about the drone pilots. They'll allow you to join and they'll take your money, your dues money. But when it comes time to speak in our behalf, they're really not there to represent us. You know, the topic had came up one time that maybe we need our own separate representation. And I was just curious to know how you guys felt about that. Is that something that you think that we need?
As hobbyists,
and as hobbyists and 107 pilots, period. Just drone pilots, and period.
Right.
I mean, is that something that you guys think that we need?
Yeah, you guys in the audience, True Drone Reviews, Love My Drones, Mr. Crowley, Rick Haliber, Al Diaz. What do you think? What Herman is saying, what do you think about us as hobbyists getting someone together to represent us in Washington or wherever it may be to represent local drone pilots? And it can be done. It's just a matter of getting someone to represent you.
Well, not to cut you off, but this is something that I said to you before, and I said this to you several times. If we had the same lobbyists that lobby for the National Rifle Association, and I'm not knocking the National Rifle Association whatsoever.
Oh, shoot.
Because I have family members who are members of the organization.
Right.
You know, I don't.
That's me. I'll fix it.
I don't agree with taking away a guy's right to bear arms. But that's not what the topic is about. What I'm saying is, if we had that same lobbying, I can guarantee you we probably wouldn't even be registering our drones.
I agree with that. Like AMA, well, not exactly, because if you think about it,
you're right. But go ahead, I'm listening.
But if you think about it, Al Diaz put like AMA. Yeah, I do. But AMA doesn't represent the hobbyist. AMA doesn't even represent itself when it comes to a drone meeting and or being represented in something as large as what the FAA has. Their yearly meetings, their symposiums. Mr. Crowley, the question is, do you think that we as drone pilots, as hobbyists and 107 pilots should have someone in Washington representing us?
The same way the AMA represents or supposed to represent RC.
You got to give Mr. Crowley.
I definitely agree somebody should be representing us. See, with AMA, and I might be not speaking correctly here, but ever notice that when you go to the guys at the AMA field and stuff like that, they really don't care for drones?
Well, see, I find that to be a little different here, because I'm an AMA member and I know other guys who are AMA members, and they fly from airfields here in Brooklyn that and they fly drones.
I think that if you're an AMA person and you are supported that way, then I think we could all do it through AMA. I don't think we'd have to do it separately.
I would tend to disagree somewhat, only because they don't respect the AMA. The FAA doesn't respect the AMA, because if they did, the AMA is supposedly one of the largest aerial, how would you say, aerial, one of the largest aerial, I'm at a loss for words, organizations in the United States and around the world. You have an AMA here, you have an AMA in the UK, you know.
It's one of the oldest.
Right.
So I understand what Mr. Crowley is saying, and I thought that as well, but
you got to give him a blue wrench, Sherman.
It's just like the public school system or the school system period, in any city, any state, the only way to get them to do anything or to wake up is to sue their ass. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they'll listen to you.
This is true, but my issue is, like you said, I do believe we need representation in the government. The thing is, like, who put it up there? Someone said the problem is, hold it, let me look up. Let me look back and see what it says. Politicians will push you around until you find a judge to stop them. And that's usually how it is with a politician. Yeah, I'm for you. I believe in your cause. Now, how many votes can you get me?
You're right. You're right. But you see, you know this like I know this. When you go around and you take the numbers, that you get the numbers on, there's more drone pilots right now than you got guys that are flying these planes, and these AMA members that are flying.
Well, Al Diaz says he can't fly a drone in any of the AMA fields out here that he's aware of. Here in New York, you can, but you need to be an AMA member. Because I'm not an AMA member, but Herman is, and Herman's taken me to his local field, and we've flown our drones. Well, what guy?
Yeah, I've flown with AMA members.
Yeah. If you're an AMA member and you own a drone, because there are lots of AMA members that own drones.
Right. Matter of fact, the guys over at Calvert Vox,
Yeah.
majority of them are drone pilots.
Right. We saw that at the last meetup we were out there. We were having a meetup in the back of the park, and this guy was flying an Inspire from the airfield over our heads and out over into the water. You remember that, right?
I know about 3 guys in that group that's got Inspires.
Mr. Crowley, type in the room. I want to make sure you got a blue wrench. Herman's got to give you a blue wrench, and I can't do it
I'm blue.
as a host. You're blue?
I'm blue. I think so.
What's going on, man? How are you? And
yeah, that's the question tonight. You know, do you think we need this? And if so, how would we propose this to the rest of the guys that fly drones in this country? You know, I know.
Any ideas, Mr. Crowley?
I see. One of the things that we're facing, look at everything that the FAA is talking about. Like, I just did the webinar with the FAA, and I've been doing that where it teaches you about the new changes and the new laws and stuff like that, and they walk you step through step. These are all things on that. None of it's about planes. It's all about drones.
Right.
You know, I know that they don't mention planes going 400 feet, but they specifically talk about drones. You know, we don't have somebody out there that represents just drones, even from the AMA part of it. I mean, there should be somebody that's an individual or a group that is responsible to somehow communicate this as to all the changes that are happening. I mean, that's just what I think. I think we're getting so much. There's so much information and so much changes coming that we gotta, you know, in technology too. We gotta have somebody that's rooting for us.
Yeah, you're right. Because from what I saw, and I saw this coming, I saw the whole thing coming, and I've seen the playbook played. They use the same playbook for everything. Anytime they need to do something, it's the same playbook they run. If you look, there's been drones flying for years now. Guys have been flying drones for a few years. You know, the technology has gotten better and better and better. Now you got drones that are like, you know, really have some great cameras. They have some drones that have really good flight. We're no longer worried about drones falling out of the sky.
Or flying away.
Right, or flying away. And yet, whenever you impose some kind of a rule or you start talking about a drone, you start talking about it from the point of the technology failing. But yet, if you look at aircrafts in the sky, I think we probably have the safest the safest record.
I would say
Percentage-wise, there's more car accidents and more car failures.
Right.
There's more car
Look at recalls.
and getting back to what we were talking about. But getting back to what we were talking about earlier, I was talking to Herman. They're about to allow maybe 40, 50 police officers to fly drones over millions of people, whereas they're concerned about me flying a drone over a park full of people. Now, guess who can do more damage if a drone falls out of the sky and there's a million people in that crowd? Then
Well-
but getting back to what you were saying, Herman, representation.
Yeah.
Obvious, we do need. The thing is, where do we go? Does anyone have any ideas of how to get this started?
The first thing that you have to do, and you have to propose this to all the drone pilots out there, not just the 7 guys who are watching now. Somehow we have to get that topic talking. So is that amongst that talk, someone would emerge that will take this on as a leader of this and do it. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about an organization that we're going to have to pay a dues to. That's going to be able to get
Oliver was saying Rick Smith would be a good person from drone, from Rick Smith from you know,
from Drone Valley.
yeah, from Drone Valley would be a good representative. That would be great, and someone would have to bring this up to him. Would he be willing to represent the drone community? Now, the only way to see if anyone's on board is like what you mentioned to me yesterday or the other day about putting a poll on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and seeing what drone pilots have to say about it and taking a tally.
This is something that drone pilots have to start talking about. You know, if they're not talking about it, if they talk about it in their groups of 5, doesn't go anywhere. But if we get, because I'm quite sure amongst whoever's watching in the chat and the guys here on the panel, how many drone groups can you actually hit with this proposal? Like, do you think we need, you know, representation in Washington for drone pilots, both 107 and hobbyists? Because I know when they had the symposium and they had the what's that organization that the FAA has, there's not one drone pilot involved, not one.
Crazy. That's
not
crazy.
one. Their advisory committee.
Yeah,
their advisory committee. Not one drone pilot. Not one.
You're right. You're 100% right about that.
I'm not talking about a hobbyist guy. I'm talking about a 107 guy that's got a business that's actually using this business to deliver product to his customer. You're not even consulting with those guys. Well, you don't have to talk to us, but I mean, you're not even consulting with the 107 pilots.
Right. What do you think, Mr. Crowley? What is your name first of all?
What's that?
What's your name?
Mr.
Huh?
Mr. Oh no, Sean Crowley.
Okay, Sean.
Okay. Mine is Lawrence, and that's Herman. But
yeah.
Sean, what do you think? I mean, does that sound like a good idea? Does it sound like something that we could start pushing for? Would you be interested? Would someone be interested?
That's something that I would support. I mean, but what I think it's so hard because AMA is so built into there, and that's it. I think if we built onto that somehow and got a representation through there,
the
credibility would be much higher, faster.
Understandable. I just don't. I understand that, and you're right. I just don't think that they're doing enough, and I think that they don't do enough because. And I'm not saying that they can't. I'm not saying that
I don't think they want to.
Right, And you know why they don't want to?
Because it destroys it. It takes away from them.
Make them. Because how many guys you know that are drone pilots that are members? See, if you're a member, you can force it.
Right.
But we can't force it, and they know we can't force it because drone pilots don't join their organization.
But if we do, they're also forcing us. The FAA is forcing us to become AMA members.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
With new changes, we have to become AMA members, whether we like it or not.
Well, until Lance is approved.
No, even when Lance is up, we're still part of AMA.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying, you don't have to, because the only reason why you would have to be an AMA member right now is because
the AMA
they don't want you flying in controlled airspace.
Right.
As a hobbyist pilot, they want you flying from one of those airfields, and you can't fly on that airfield if you're not an AMA member with the AMA insurance.
Right.
Now, have you guys seen this thing the FAA has been sending out about this webinars?
Yes.
Have you guys signed up for it?
No, but I saw a couple of videos.
I just signed up. I just did the first one, which was the initial changes that are happening and what they're pushing for. And then the next one is on, what was the second one on? I don't know. It's on the 18th. It's
okay. I saw one on the controlled airspace.
But they were talking and they were talking about like what levels of drones you can fly, and they said 0.55 is and up is where you have to register a drone.
Yeah, it's basically 5.5 pounds and more.
Right. Well, no, 0.5 pounds. So
it's a half a pound. Sorry, it's a half a pound.
Right, half a pound.
150 grams. Right. It starts at a half a pound and goes up.
So it was interesting. I mean, it was just stating all the things that it stated, anyways.
I was thinking about signing up for it, but and you know what? I should do it anyway, just to see what changes.
Lance is the next thing.
Huh?
Lance is going to be the next webinar. It's on the 18th.
It's on the 18th,
and it's free. Yes.
Yeah. You have a link we could use?
Let
me see.
Let me think where it was.
Matter of fact, I think they had something on YouTube as well.
Hold on one second.
FAA webinar drone webinar series, FAA webinar information.
Yeah.
Low altitude authorization and notification. Yes, I'm actually going to post a link here, so no one has an excuse not to join it and register. I plan on doing the same thing, and even though it may be information that we know, there's always a chance that there's something that you don't know. But that's the next webinar coming up discussing Lance.
So do you have that?
On July 18th.
Yeah.
It's revolutionized the way the FAA manage airspace authorization, enables drone pilots to have greater access to controlled airspace, and provides greater flexibility to operational planning. How to navigate the UAS facility maps is coming up on August 1st.
Now, what is it on? Was it 2 weeks now? It's supposed to be available, Lance, for the hobbyist?
Yes.
They're saying around there. I thought I heard something about the end of the month.
Well, those same people you're talking about, I heard them give an exact date. I think it was a 23rd or something like that.
Hey, what's up?
It was more towards the end. I know that.
I think it was the 23rd they mentioned. Excuse me.
What's good, Matt? How are you?
Big Matt, what's up?
Oh, Matt, next week sometime, speak to Ray. We might need to do a night run. I know time's been going on, but I needed to get this trip from Philadelphia out. Ken Herron showed a video about this last night and demonstrated it. Okay. All right. He do the video on Lance? Because the FAA is getting ready to have a webinar on it coming up on the 18th. That's what that link is. It will be up, maybe. Okay.
That's the same thing I said.
Well, I don't believe it's going to work. I believe they're just telling us this to stall. All this drone BS has nothing to do with controlled airspace and airports. It's all about Amazon and Uber wanting to fly all
That's exactly what I told you.
below 400 feet airspace, and they're going to pay off anyone to get it.
That's
Oh,
what I told you.
yes, okay. I got you, Matt.
That's what I told you. It's the same playbook. They want the airspace. So what happens? Okay, we got to demonize drones. So what do? Oh, there's a drone at the airport. Oh, there's a drone over this airport. Oh, there's a drone over there. Oh, wait a minute, there's a drone over here. Oh, there's a drone over here. Oh, wait a minute, there's a drone at 30,000 feet. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the drone? So now everybody that you speak to or anybody that sees you, isn't that illegal? Don't you guys fly by the airport?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a guy tell me that. I had a guy tell me, he stopped and told me,
That was
well,
awesome.
that's why I like night runs too. But I had a guy stop and tell me, I was flying with Jameson one time, Herman,
Yeah.
and he drives by real slow. Then he comes back by and he goes, you know, there's an airport over there. I said, I've known there was an airport there before you did. I grew up out here. He says, well, you know, it was a drone at Heathrow that delayed the airport for 3 or 4 hours. I said, first of all, if you had watched the news recently, you would see that they said it wasn't a drone and it was lights in the distance on some tower that they thought was a drone. Oh, well, my daughter works over there at London and they delayed the flights. I said, yeah, they delayed the flights and everything, but it wasn't a drone. And after I said that, he kind of said, well, just be careful. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate the concern, but don't throw any information at me and be wrong too.
But isn't that what the lady told us at the park over at Hunters Point?
Yeah.
They had him some guys had him at the airport.
Uh-huh.
The airport.
She didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. Cops using, we were talking about that, Matt. They're using the Enterprise 2. They're going to have the strobe and or the speaker. But basically, they're also using drone technology, Matt, to detect drone pilots are. And one of the main bases is Brooklyn Bridge Park. They're going to have 5 drone pilots there. Police officer drone pilots in Brooklyn Bridge Park. So now you know the range of a DJI drone. So they can fly from Brooklyn Bridge Park. All the people that are going to try and catch the fireworks from Valentino, they can fly there and catch them. All the people that think they're going to catch the fireworks from Red Hook, Brooklyn, they can fly there from Brooklyn Bridge also and catch them. So for all of you brave guys that are going to be out there trying to shoot the New York City Macy's fireworks display, those guys highly urge that you don't do it. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I can count on both hands how many people that I know personally are going to be out there. But if you are, fly safe and be responsible. That's all, because the police will be tracking everyone that's in the air tomorrow. They've already made it evident on the news.
I know for a fact that Boston, from the police department, I know Boston is already bringing in drones.
See. Now, Matt.
Family members of mine.
Matt says we'll be out there, radios in hand. Yep. Have that local police precinct number programmed into those scanners, and you may have a chance to know when the storm is coming. That's good, because Sean, that's what we usually say in New York if we have radios, that the storm is coming, and that usually means the police are on their way.
The storm's coming?
Yeah. You can't go, yo, let's get out of here, the police are coming. So the storm is coming. The storm is coming.
We do this. Run!
Let's see. What we do here, Sean, is we fly here in New York with a radio, and the radio is tuned. It's a 2-channel radio, so it's tuned to the local precinct in the area where we fly. Yeah. And the other one is tuned to a private channel that we can communicate between. And we have it scanning between the both. So if the police key up the mic, it'll override what anyone else is saying. And it's always good to know what's happening in the area. You know, if there's a guy headed towards the park, you're flying in and you're chasing them and it's a shootout. Well, I don't want to be there for that, you know. But also in the same sense, if we hear po- police are on their way to an event or something like that, we know stay clear of that area. You know, so it does pay to have radios and stuff like that. But
Definitely.
tomorrow, flying in New York City, my drone is staying in my bedroom where she sleeps with me.
You see what I'm doing? I'm gonna fly the Cape, and I'm flying the shoreline, which everybody does fireworks all along the Cape, even though they're illegal. This is the only time Massachusetts cops don't come in and bother you.
Right.
We're all on private beaches, and it's a cliff that goes all the way down around the Cape and into well, around Plymouth and into the Cape. And I'm going to run the drone just as fast as I can right across everything, and then I'm going to do a slow trip on the way back. And
Okay.
then catch all the fireworks.
Well, just fly safe and make sure you're high enough.
Definitely.
That's all. Because I do know they were using mortars around here. You know what the mortars are, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like an 8-inch tube,
Yep.
and you get a ball about 3 inches wide, like, and you light it and you drop it in, and boom,
12-inch
and
wick.
it goes up about 150, 200 feet and spectacular. And they were launching them last night, and I know someone that may have almost got hit by the explosion because he thought he was high enough and he wasn't.
Well, did you hear about Philly's drone
Philly,
going down?
Philly drone. No, what happened with that? I keep hearing that.
Shot
His drone went down, and there's a hole in it that looks like somebody took a shot at it.
Someone shot. I did hear that someone shot at it. Now the hole didn't go through, but someone shot it with a pellet gun or something.
That's
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Yeah,
He was showing that the whole, like, the little, and it just fell out of the sky.
Yeah,
No
it just
warning
dropped.
or nothing.
and you know what? That's strange because it had to be a hard shot to hit the body and make the drone just drop out.
Not really, because if the gun was close enough and 1,200 feet per second, that's pretty quick for pellet. 1,200 to 2,000 feet per second. I mean, is what a pellet travels at.
Mr. Crowley are going to.
Right.
That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. But
That thing hit that drone. It really hurt it.
Oh,
well,
definitely. I hope that's not what it was. I'm hoping something happened after the fall, but if that, I hope nobody shot it down like an ass.
well, all I know is I had heard different stories, and I did hear him showing a hole on it, and I can honestly say it had to be a pellet or a dart gun because had it been any other type of gun, it would have been a clean. It would have went
Right.
clean through the
Right
back.
to the other side.
Yeah.
Love my
But
drone.
my thing is, wasn't he in his own neighborhood?
Yeah. He said, "Love my drone." Said it looks like he got hit by a pellet gun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the same thing. Like, they have those rifles that there's some serious pellet rifles out there, man.
Well, now they have the scopes on them, so you could do damage with a pellet rifle. They use them for whatever hunting rabbits or whatever. I personally know some guys that could probably hit a target 50, 60 yards away.
Or some crazy maniac that can't get a firearm that can only go out and buy BB guns.
That too. That
Oh, yeah.
too.
That's there in his house with all type of camouflage, waiting for the day to fire it.
Al Diaz says, and whoever did it was a marksman, which is
Yeah.
true because you do have to calculate for wind and different distance. And if you, that's what kills me. You ever see these guys on TV and they're running and they're shooting and they're looking this way while they're shooting?
Yeah.
That's why so many innocent people get hit.
Hey, Roger, how you doing?
That's really why so many innocent people get hit. You can't shoot a gun looking this way or blinking your eye when you're pulling the trigger.
Well, most innocent people get hit on the street with guys firing a gun. The simple fact is they just don't know what they're doing.
Take care of
Yeah,
Roger. Roger's going to fly a Spark. He says the sun's going down. He's going out flying.
All right.
Roger and Joy, man.
Good, Roger.
Guys, I actually have to fly. I'm heading out with the wife tonight, and
Okay.
I'll talk to you guys soon. And
All right.
thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks for popping in, man. All you had to say was, "Yo, how come you guys don't have me on?" And
No, I was just teasing you, man.
it's all right. Look, we have a lot of people that want to come on, and we don't mind.
We
I'll
gotta
come on here anything. You guys are great. I think you're doing a great job too.
thank you. We gotta do something when we talk FPV because I know you're into FPV too, right?
Yeah, I did both of them. I do both. With the drone I was talking about that does 130 miles an hour, I bought it. I fly it real slow. It has so much freaking power, but these FPV drones are getting so much faster now. But I think
what battery are you using on it?
I'm using a 1500 4S 120 C-Burst.
Okay,
And
all
it's
right.
a shorter one,
Yeah,
and it's made for short jolts so that you can get up the speeds. But
right. It's for basically for ripping.
yeah, exactly. Which I'm nowhere near as an experienced person to be flying like that. I just bought it because I got a good deal on it.
Okay.
I got it for $50 less than what the sale price was, the initial price, so I had to buy it.
What protocol? Fly FR Sky?
What's that?
What protocol? FR Sky? What protocol you fly?
FR Sky.
Okay.
It's a diatone. It's the 548 7th anniversary edition, and it does. They
See, that's
guaranteed to do like 100.
anything anniversary is too advanced for me. I'm just learning FPV.
Yeah,
you give
it's
me
FR
huh?
Sky is what it is.
Okay. I'm still in slow flow mode. I like my little center whoops and my little 5 inches that do about 40, 55 miles an hour. I'm still learning how to fly.
I've ran trees at 40 miles an hour, and I can fix them now finally. So.
Okay. All right, I'll keep that in mind. 90, Rick Halber says 99 miles per hour is the limit, but who can tell? You know that's what's funny because I get bolder and bolder. I use the simulator liftoff.
Yeah.
So I'm getting bolder and bolder on that. I'm actually doing power loops through a building and coming around and doing the power loop again. And that just gives me more ballsier for when I go out in the field and really want to fly.
Yeah, see, I can't wait to learn. I haven't power looped. I can flip. I can do rolls. I haven't done a power loop yet.
Well, see, that's why you practice it on a simulator, because you do a power roll wrong, and you wind up digging half an inch into the ground.
Oh yeah, losing props, the motor.
Hello, Val.
Hey, Val, but thanks for popping in, man. We appreciate it very much.
Thanks for coming, Sean.
Be good, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Val, have a good night.
Bye, Sean.
Bye.
See you later.
Hey,
Okay, I
Val.
gotta see where you are.
So
I gotta find your show.
What happened?
It's on my channel. Can't miss it.
Oh, I see you now.
Big Cat says, "Hey, Val."
Oh my God! Hold on, just a minute. Sorry. Hello.
I can tell Val likes rose gold.
Well, right now I'm on Novice Quad. Are you going on? Okay. And then we'll talk. Okay.
Who has not put her name in chat?
Who? Val?
Yeah, I'll be on meeting in a little bit. I'm on with Novice Quad. Just went on live.
You guys take care. Solid show. Yo, take it easy, bro. We appreciate anyone and everyone who comes in. And Al Diaz, I saw the video. You do some really good flying, and I don't know how much color editing you do, but everything is fine just the way it is. I saw your video early, and I really, really liked it.
Take care, Al Diaz.
Later, Al Diaz. So what's going on, Val?
What happened, Val?
We can't hear you because you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Rick Halber, Matt, Al Diaz, Ed, How you doing? I just got back. I went to bottom
got
part of
you.
Idaho to do a support group with kids that are in detention,
Okay.
and I just got back. So I kind of almost fell asleep. I was so tired, so I had to stop and walk around for a little bit. So it took me a little longer to get home.
All right. All right. Well, that's not a
How far
problem.
you had to travel?
Hmm.
How far you had to travel?
Not that far, just 4 hours. 4 hours there and 4 hours back.
That's a good trip. 4 hours,
It felt like it today.
8 hours of traveling.
Yep.
That's
But
a
God,
lot of traveling. I hope the money's worth it.
the kids are worth it. I'm not sure the
Okay.
money is.
Okay.
Hey, Rick.
Then that's what makes it worth it then.
Hmm.
So
Ooh,
what's going on otherwise? I mean, are you directions? I don't need directions. I'm actually I'm actually sorry. I'm actually Googling our next night flight because Matt wants me to text it to him so him and Ray could be ready when
Oh,
we're
are they going with you?
where you going?
um well,
Well,
if I say where I'm going on here, then someone else would go there and then it wouldn't be a night run, would
I'll
well,
go.
it? You'll
It
go
was Rick.
the night run with Herman? Huh?
Let's go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Val, I was under the impression you didn't stay out too late.
I don't.
I know. So why would you let Herman keep you out that late?
Well, Herman only stays out to 8 because he gets tired and has to go to bed.
What happened?
She said you only stay out till 8.
I'm confused about this here. What happened now?
What?
See, Val has this way of playing, pretending she don't know what you're saying to her. By saying what? I said I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
And I would say, neither do I.
Oh, okay.
That's
Matt,
all.
I text you the location. Now it's just a matter of what day next week. Now I have to work next week, Wednesday, right? So I'm thinking either Monday night or any night after Wednesday.
I don't know what you're talking about, Matt.
Why are we not on Zoom, Herman?
Why?
Because Herman is
Herman.
suffering from the same thing I am. He's caught a cold, Val. You want to know what the cold is called?
Virus?
Funzalo.
Oh, yep.
It's the Funzalo cold. So
Yep, I have that right now. That's
I
why.
need to recoup after that trip to Atlantic City.
All right.
Plus, here's the thing. Hangouts are still working.
Okay, Matt, speak to Ray, and we'll
Oh,
get
you
a
said
time
on
going. Yeah, Monday night we're gonna do a run.
Where you going?
We gonna do a run. Those guys are gonna do a run with Matt and Cool Bit.
I'm not those guys. You better tell me where you doing to run.
Val, I don't want you racing across the country at 100 miles per hour trying to get here to hang with us.
Ooh.
What is it? What is it?
What is it?
It's a green screen thing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But now you do know that it has to be chroma green.
Now you see.
Yeah, that's I got it off of that weird thing.
You see what Matt says? Those guys, secret mission. Uh-oh, Val's going green screen.
Here's the thing now. See, now
I mean, not.
funds are low. She's now got green screen. She's got Zoom. You know, next thing you know, you're going to be thinking that you're watching an NBC broadcasted show or something.
And somebody sent me some stuff they want me to review. And I was like, really? Why would they want me to review it?
What is it?
Taco
shells?
Huh?
What are they?
Can't
Taco
tell
shells?
you. It's secret.
Oh, you heard Herman? He
Yeah.
said, what are they, taco shells?
Yes, Herman, they are. And they're the best damn taco shells.
If you guys haven't seen it, check out Val's taco recipe. The taco video.
I heard about it, Val. I haven't had a chance. I have it and watched later. I
Yeah,
heard-
I think I'm gonna do a marble cake. I'm gonna try to get one done before I go.
Okay.
Chocolate keto, but it's chocolate and
So
vanilla.
what did you get to review?
I can't say because I have to review it.
I got you.
Okay.
It's
All
small. It's something I was going to buy anyway. So I was so happy. Some guy got a hold of me and said, "Would you consider reviewing these?" And I go, "It's not drones or anything
No, it
cool like
doesn't
that."
matter. Believe it or not, monetized reviews get more money because you have to mention that actual item and in your terms of service when you're filling out your video, uploading or whatever, you have to say this has been seen on television before and stuff like that.
They
Or,
didn't send me any directions. Were they supposed to?
Val, you don't
What?
get directions. You don't get directions when you get review something.
Well,
Usually.
some people get told how to review it.
They figure if you can work it, anyone can. Valve's life. Love my friend.
That's why everyone's doing Zoom now. They said Valerie can do this. We all can do this. We
No,
can all do this.
no, if Roger can do it. You know,
Roger's like champion now. What the
Why did
hell?
everybody pick on Roger? Remember, Roger was the one that showed you how
yeah,
Hangouts going.
yes, he did. Roger showed me how to use Zoom, and I'm quite proud of him. Even
And
Kirsten
Hangouts.
was proud of him.
Yeah, I showed him, and then he was like, "Get out of here, Valerie. I got this. I got this." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that was kind
Okay.
of funny. That
See,
was
that happens all the time when she pretends not to know what he's saying. She hits you with the what?
I know.
that was your pattern, Val.
You know, sometimes I'm going to tell you it's better not to understand things.
No.
Yes, it
No.
is.
Then must I pull out the Urban Dictionary?
No.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. I don't get those things. Those I really don't get.
What happened to Paul, Val?
Huh?
What happened to Paul?
Where's Paul?
I don't know.
That's what he's saying. What happened to him?
He wasn't here today?
No,
No.
didn't see him. Never heard from him.
Oh, for God's sake.
I've been going since morning. I had
Oh, Paul.
oh boy.
I'm going to find it. Yeah.
Looking at getting Mavic 2 or Phantom 4 Pro, Matt. All I can say is I have the Phantom 4 Pro, and every time I look at it, I say, "Where have you been all my life, you sexy bitch?" Seriously, that's my go-to bird, Matt. Now, keep in mind, I would love to have a Mavic 2, but if I did, it would probably be a Mavic 2 Zoom.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
just for the Zoom feature,
I
Why?
hate to tell you
because I
this.
don't want an excuse to leave my Phantom 4 Pro home. If
Yeah,
I
but you know what? Let's get a little closer.
So,
Just get a
guys,
little closer. Yes.
guys,
What happened, Val?
evidently Herman told him not to come tonight.
Who, me? When?
Paul's home crying.
Well, I don't know. I didn't tell him not to come.
I can't
Believe-
even. Lawrence won't even begin to believe it. And he's like, "That's tonight." He goes, "I better hurry and get this computer on." I said, "Yeah, you better."
What was he sleeping?
I don't know. He might have been. He may have gone home, took a nap, and just
Very
went back.
busy man.
Normally, I work Wednesday nights, but because the gal I watch, her mother, also works for the company that sends me out, I didn't
Mhm.
have to. Oh, you're going to give me a Mavic too? Thanks, Navis.
Oh. Yeah, Lawrence, I'm saying you can just get a little closer.
What do you mean?
Get a little closer, you'll have a better picture than the guy that's zooming.
What?
Yeah, that's true. No, I was saying I wanted a Mavic 2, but I would rather have the Zoom. And he goes, "Why?" And really, to be honest, I don't want an excuse to have to compare the both of the cameras between the Mavic 2 Pro and the Phantom 4 Pro because I can't be biased. I can't be biased. Matt
I
said
will.
it
I
ended
want
life
a
with the
4.
drones. Yeah, Matt, it would be an investment. I mean, it's practicality. If you don't mind taking your time setting up your bird, go Phantom 4 Pro. Okay. You also know she handles a lot better in the wind than the Mavic 2 series.
Hmm.
Okay. Now as far as
It's a
speed,
better flying
the
platform.
box, the Mavic 2 is a lot faster because she jumps to 30 something miles per hour at the press of a button. But
I
with
bet
that speed, great responsibility.
you know what I'm saying, Lawrence?
What happened?
It's the better flying platform too.
Agreed.
The Phantom.
It is.
Agreed. Because if you show up for a professional job to do a
Well,
professional,
I don't mean like that. I mean its structure design is a better flying platform.
right?
If you look at the drones that they're getting approved to fly, like even like the ones that UPS are using and stuff like that, they don't have a Mavic Pro shape. They're all shaped like an X, just
Yep.
like the Phantom series.
That's
It's
true.
a better flying platform for its maneuverability.
Matt, all I can say is if you show up, if I've contracted you to do a job, okay, whether you're 107 or not, and I expect you to come in and do a professional job, and you pull out a Mavic Pro, I may not take you as serious as someone who pulls out a Phantom Force Pro.
But
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's me personally speaking. Now I know people that go to that go to do jobs, and they have the Inspire 2, they have the Phantom, and then they fly the Mavic. That's okay too, but I mean, it's personal preference. I cannot be swayed. Come on. What's up, Cool Vic?
what's good, man?
Hey, Cool Vic, I just sent information Monday night. I sent it to Matt Monday nights ago at this location, only because I saw you take a picture, excuse me, Cool Vic, of the bank over there.
Are you robbing a bank again?
I want to fly that area. Matt knows where it is.
That's a hell of a time for me to come in, and you guys are planning a bank robbery.
I know. I'm just like, what?
It's about how much they're paying. That's true, Cool Vic, too. Because if you're paying Mavic Pro money, I fly the Mavic Pro. If you're paying money for me to take my Phantom Force professional in the air, I'll also fly then.
Well, I mean, also it's about whatever the application you're doing. What you're doing.
What's up, Paul?
If you're rapping, yeah, I expected you to use something else, but just pictures or video, you can get away with that. That's good camera. Very good camera.
I want to apologize to everybody here for not being here sooner. Val called me and gave me hell, like, where the hell are you? And I went down and flew a couple of ships, and I forgot. You know, every time there's a holiday, I get days mixed up in the week, and I didn't even think today was Wednesday. I don't know.
You know what that's
okay, Paul. We all have our senior.
Too many live streams.
Yeah, that's old. No, it's called old timers.
It's a senior moment, Paul. That's all.
Yep.
Yes, Cool Vic. Monday night, weather permitting, we'll hit that spot. I've been wanting to catch it for a while because of the bank and how the bridge goes across. No one shoots the bridge from that angle. They always shoot the bridge from the left side or the right side, but no one shoots the bridge straight down.
Lawrence,
yes?
Wear a mask. I hear those go good.
What happened?
Wear a mask.
Because any kind of shooting by the bridge and the bank is not.
and if they see your face, they can find you.
Yep, and Herman's going to be in the car with the car running.
And wear gloves. Gloves, I understand, are part of the thing.
Okay, I'll rephrase it.
Oh, Paul, you know what they say,
right? To record certain scenes.
Paul, you know what they say?
Oh, yeah. Record when you're running. Do it slow motion.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Does it look like this?
Around two corners in the
getaway. Look like this when you're running, Val?
Poor Herman can't even get a word in edgewise.
That's right.
If you go 2 blocks at least and turn the corner with the car and wait, it's not a getaway car anymore. You were just sitting there with the engine running.
Honest officer, I was just sitting here when this big guy jumped in my car.
Hey guys, I have
He thought I was a
teeny
Uber.
weeny mask, so they will never know who you are. And we also got a Paul mask you can wear.
That's how she takes care of. That's how she takes care of me.
Well, see, if I had a Paul mask, then I could just walk away casual.
That's right.
What you got, Lawrence? You got to get the angelic. You got to get the angelic pose down if you go to do that.
No, that's what the people in the bank do.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then Lawrence will be running. I'm Paul.
What did you catch? What did you catch, Paul?
I got two. I got the Mesabi Miner, which is at 1,100 feet or something like that, and then I got the Algoma Conveyor, which is a newer one for Algoma lines.
Right click,
but it's only about 800 or 900 feet. Huh?
Go to OBS and right click on your picture and stretch it to screen. Because right now it looks like you don't have a chin.
Who?
Paul. I don't see him full on when he talked. Oh, he was up close on it. That's why.
Yeah, I need to back up in order to do the funky chicken. You know that's.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh God. I need the bleach. I'll be right back. So Paul actually let me know that I won his Tim Hortons giveaway.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to get my little K-cups of Tim Hortons.
Oh boy.
Well, you won the donut pack is what you won.
No, I can't have a donut. I won the coffee. Don't forget it.
That's what the drawing was for. It was for a dozen of their most delicious donuts.
I'm going to send you something you've never seen before, Paul. Lettuce.
He said Paul has never seen lettuce before.
It's green and leafy.
Val is working on a new recipe. It's called lettuce wrapped jelly donuts.
Uh-huh.
God, Paul.
That's really no. I've heard of some stuff, but a lettuce wrapped jelly donut sounds really nasty.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm sending to Paul.
I saw a guy do this whole hamburger thing where he made like a pouch out of his lettuce around the burger.
Yeah.
I like my lettuce on top of my burger, underneath the tomato or above the tomato. Well, you can put it wherever you want to put it, but it's got to have a bun on the top and one on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like when you make up your bed, you put on the sheet and then you have a top sheet. You don't.
And a pillowcase, yep.
Yeah, you don't have, you know.
Val doesn't.
I don't know how you sleep.
Don't wrap it in lettuce.
Herman, I don't know how you sleep. I just want to be clear.
Yes, please.
But Val is.
But I do understand he likes his toes tucked into the sheet.
Toes tucked in. Oh.
I won't say how I know, but I heard that. Lawrence is telling secrets from your trip.
What? What happened? I was on my phone.
Herman likes being tucked in.
What did I do? I was on my phone.
Val, I think, is implying that you were tucking Herman in at night when you guys went on your trip.
Oh no! I don't play that.
There was no tucking anyone in anywhere.
Paul, if anyone will tell you, Herman will know. Homie, don't play that. I don't.
Yeah,
I
didn't believe it. That's
even
what
if
Val
he's
was
sad
implying.
and lonely, just tuck his feet in.
He'll be a crying ass if he wait for me to tuck him in.
Val, they have the sheets already tucked on the bed in the hotel.
They do.
Pre-tucked, Val. They're pre-tucked. Wait for it. Val's gonna snort. It's coming.
I don't think I've ever heard he's going to be a crying ass.
I can
That's
tell.
the first time I've ever heard that.
I can tell it's coming. Give us that snort, Val. Come on. Come on, Val. You can do it. Come on, here it comes.
You never heard that, Val?
I have never heard that he's going to be a crying
Use
ass.
a situation like that, like you use it. It was very appropriate to use that, but you'll be a crying ass if you wait for me to do it. It applies.
I've never heard that.
Man, listen.
That's funny.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay, gotta run. Bye, Rick Halber. Yeah, you have a nice fourth
See you
too.
later, Rick.
Bye, Rick.
Thanks for stopping in with us.
Hey,
Yeah.
Eddie Nunez says, "Hey, what's up, Herman?"
What's good, Eddie?
Well, Val, all I can say is, you don't have to talk nobody in, and Herman's, he could talk himself in. Like you said, the sheets are talked. You just slide your feet in, but I wouldn't talk in a grown man any damn way.
You know what's funny? Talking about that, I used to drive. Oh, there goes.
She can't take it.
Yo,
That was a snort.
yo, check this out. I used to work for this company, right? I used to drive a truck, and we used to have to make these deliveries to construction sites. And they brought in this new warehouse manager, and he came up with this bonehead idea. He gave all of the drivers a bag of candy, not for you to eat, but he said, if you give the guy some candy, he'll come and take the delivery in quicker the next time. I said, I am not giving another man any candy.
Yeah.
I know, right? You got
I'm like giving a man candy, talking about, here, have some candy.
We're gonna hear him. He's the candy man.
They'll be talking about you from construction site to construction. You know what? That guy that comes here, you're so candy.
Something wrong with him because he's giving
Look at him
up.
over there. Look at him over. I'm gonna make him wait.
right.
Oh, that was this candy.
Dude trying to give me candy. You believe that? What's wrong with that dude? No, you don't.
Oh
No.
my god.
Justin says he'll be on as soon as possible. Heavy traffic.
Wow.
Heavy traffic. But Val's just too done.
You said Johnson.
Val, you need to understand something.
Mm-hmm.
You're in New York. If someone caught you talking another man in, you may get punched for it.
For real?
Yeah.
Nowadays,
What if
maybe
Herman was having nightmares and he said, "Oh no"?
He
this is
will wake up
nightmares."
one day, sooner or
slap him
later.
in his face and wake him up.
For real. Think about this, Val. Now, I'm a light sleeper as it is. My daughter's almost got punched a couple of times. Okay. You no lie, because I'm a light sleeper, and I heard something in the room that you don't usually hear at night. So I turn over, and she was right there, and she was getting ready to go, Dad, and I almost punched her. I actually stopped my swing from hitting her. You just don't do those things to certain people, Val.
But what if Herman wants to be tucked in?
That's personal. That sounds personal to me. That sounds real personal to me.
I don't know what they do over there in Idaho.
Hey, Val.
I don't know what kind of guys you got on your block.
The neighbors go around and tuck each other in at night.
Hey, Val.
Hey,
Well, I don't, like Herman said, we don't know how they do over there in Idaho. We don't do that here in
we
New
don't
York.
tuck each other in over here.
Even if you're on a trip?
No,
No.
no.
No. Even more so.
That's what the low self-esteem is out there for.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why there's so much low self-esteem out there. To keep
Can
people
you,
having
can
tough
you
times.
imagine the headline news if they had a school trip overnight and the teachers went around tucking the kids in at night?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Where did you come up with children? We're talking about grown men.
Well, children grow up to be grown men, Val.
And that's why they tuck other.
Newsflash, Val. Children grow up.
This is going someplace else now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think it's Paul's fault. Paul,
Oh,
stop
there
it.
we go.
It
There
was
we
you, Val. You
It's
started it, Val.
Right.
I just heard a rumor when Herman said,
Here's the problem, Val. Some of those people that you deal with at work, once they start getting tucked in, they start tucking in people when they get to be grown men.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Welcome back, Matt.
Or
oh my God.
or that supervisor
Hey,
you had, Herman. He's teaching everybody to go out and give little kids candy.
He's
Yeah,
good big man candy.
grown men.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, but the Val, honestly, we don't know how they do over there in Idaho, but in New York, if you ask to tuck a man in, it means one of two things: you really want to tuck him in, or you want to get punched. One of the two. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain this to you, Val, in a simple way that Herman doesn't get a copyright strike or in trouble for saying what I'm about to say. But Val, I'm strictly jelly, no peanut butter. Now, if you can understand that, read between the lines.
You don't like peanut butter?
Strictly jelly, no peanut butter.
You never buy peanut butter?
No, Val. It's fine. Val, that one went like this right over your head.
Yeah.
Hey, Val. Lynn just called me. Lynn just called me, and she's coming over on the channel because she says she might have to protect you. And I said, no.
Yeah.
You got to protect us from Val.
No.
The Val started all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I started it. I think what I did was think that Herman looked really sad, and he said, "You're going to bed at 9." And he said, "I wish someone would tuck me in." And so
Val, stop. If he was sad, he would be a sad ass until he resolved his own issue.
Boy, Val can really spin it, can't she?
Yeah, man, it went right over our head.
Hey, Lynn. Oh, you're welcome. They're kind of being mean to me, Lynn, at this point. Herman's all mad because he wants to eat peanut butter, but Norbert says no.
Time out. We got the mute Val. Wait a minute. No one said anything about eating peanut butter. You made it even worse.
I know. And in fact, that was my way of saying.
Man, it didn't go over her head. She pretends that it went over her head.
It went over, maybe. What's the jelly?
She's been drinking a lot of Nespresso today.
Oh, I did. Oh God, trying to stay awake. I got really tired driving, so I had to keep drinking tons of espresso, and then I had to pull over because I was just too tired to keep driving. Oh.
Boom.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
What happened?
What happened, Val?
What happened, Val?
Val was experiencing technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Val must have muted herself.
She had to.
No.
Yeah, well, she's got them flying fingers, those.
Always touching something.
Yeah.
Let's see, Val. That's why you get yourself in trouble, Val.
Oh my God, why is everyone doing these Facebook Messenger? Every time I try to mute Paul, another one comes up.
Now she muted Paul. Paul, she muted you.
That's messed up.
Every time someone messages, it beeps.
We're not teasing her. Val made a statement.
Yeah, they are.
Hold on. Lynn says that was teasing. Lynn,
I was trying to be sweet.
Val made a statement. Herman and I, we went away on a trip this weekend, and she was asking, did I tuck Herman in? And I said, no. So she goes, well, what if he was feeling really sad and crying? And I said, he would be a crying ass if he expected me to tuck him in.
Why would I be sad and crying?
I know.
Because you couldn't find anybody with low self-esteem.
Oh, that ain't no reason to cry.
No, right. That's not a reason to cry.
I don't know. It sounded like it.
Trust me, it's not a reason to cry, but if you can't, there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah, Val brought it up. Everything
And
was
then
just.
Lauren said he'll take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but without the peanut butter.
That's
So I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
No,
That's not what he said.
no, that's not what I said. Maybe you can understand, Lynn. She made a statement saying that.
Exactly. No
She
crying.
made a statement saying that maybe if he was crying or so and so. And I was saying, well, maybe in Idaho where you live, men tuck each other in. But here in New York, homie doesn't play that. So I was trying to explain to her in an indirect way that I like women, not men. So I said I strictly like jelly, not peanut butter. And she started going.
How the hell was I supposed to know you're talking about men?
I told you, Urban Dictionary.
Hey Val, you'll be all right.
Men.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. In the last 10 minutes, you got her to snort 3 times. So that was a good thing.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, you do know you have so now, Lynn, my terminology is when someone makes a statement like that, I usually say I'm strictly jelly, no peanut butter. And she just took it. It just went zoom over her head, and she's.
Oh no, I don't think so. I think Val is way ahead of you guys on all of this stuff.
Yeah, she plays like that. That's a game she plays.
What?
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
It was like saying I like spaghetti with meat, but not without. That's not in the Urban Dictionary.
Spaghetti with what?
Meat.
Meatballs. It's not meat. It's meatballs.
No, I like meaty spaghetti. I don't like spaghetti. It's just like marinara.
Val, quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead, Val.
Wow.
It's because Lynn's gonna think we're picking on you now.
Right.
Because they are, Lynn. They are. Herman just wanted to be tucked in, and now next thing you know,
Here we go now.
He never said that.
I never said anything about wanting to be tucked in. You made this up on your own. I turned this into a 15-minute conversation on how you needed to be tucked. Somebody needed to be tucked in. And the guys in Idaho will let you tuck them in for a potato. I don't know what goes on out there. But over here, we don't get tucked in.
Exactly.
Mr. Potato Head goes around at night and tucks all the kiddies in.
Well, I just
if I ever drove through Idaho, I had to keep moving at night because somebody might want to touch you with a sheet.
Yeah.
If you wake up and there's a potato on your desk on the table next to you.
What's that like for a snack in the middle of the night? They tuck you in and leave a potato. Everybody's got the tooth fairy and you got the Idaho potato man.
Well,
Right?
She has the Idaho potato, but it's wrapped in lettuce.
Lynn,
and lettuce.
I do understand, Lynn, that it's different everywhere, but they're kind of weird over there in Idaho. Val is making it very known to me.
They don't know any of this urban
Val, hold on, Herman. You mean to tell me, Val, you've never woken up in the middle of the night and there's been a potato on your nightstand?
No.
Never?
No.
So when
There's been some stuff on my nightstand, never a potato.
Here we go.
Oh, the rabbit hole. Here we go.
I'm just saying. Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hey,
John.
Lynn, we're making fun of her, right?
Listen, we got another.
They are. They make fun of me
tell
all
everybody
the time.
about a miniature lava lamp sitting on a nightstand. But yet, we're making fun of her.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't get it. Lynn, help Val. She needs
all those cans of Coke and coffee. I'd rather you have the Coke in the can.
Next thing you know, Val is going to be so wired up, she's going to start farting and scratching. Next thing you know,
Paul, we don't do that here in Idaho.
it's like
No.
you know the old.
See,
it's
Lynn,
the old
he's
guy-
being gross now. He's being gross. So you need to handle him. He's being bad. I don't know what you boys do when you get together, but we don't do that here.
Listen, I keep telling you, boys don't get together in New York. I keep telling you that.
Val can't figure that out. She says
I can't say it no other way.
friends in Val's mind, friends tuck in friends, and I don't get it either.
Yeah, no,
Well, if Herman's crying and he's sad and he's
Here we
curled up in a ball, then you have to tuck him in.
Even more a reason to leave him alone and let him cry.
why would he be crying and talking
Anyway.
about
Because someone took your cardboard away and you can't break dance anymore.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
she was leading up to that.
Here we go. See, Val, I told you before, you don't have to dance
Oh,
on it.
nice, Joe Knife. What?
You don't have to dance on this show if you don't want to. No
But
one's
you
gonna
never
force you.
have.
No, but you don't have to dance, Val. You know, one's telling you have to dance.
I don't dance, but you need to because
No,
so you don't feel so sad.
You brought it up, and I'm just saying to you, you don't have to be. You don't have all this. What they call it?
You know what it is?
Your
I found out-
indirect ways of saying that you want to get up and dance. The passive aggressive
Oh,
attitude
yeah.
you're taking
That's
is
right.
not good. Just come out and say you want to dance. But you don't have to take a backdoor approach to it with all
Yeah,
the
exactly.
I don't do backdoor.
You know what it is?
Oh,
I come in the front. What?
Wow.
Urban
What?
Dictionary.
game over.
Urban Dictionary.
What?
Wow.
That's it.
What?
Well, if you realize what you said,
What?
repeat what you just said. Repeat what you just said. And
Hey, Val.
no, think about before you say it.
Now it's an
Repeat
accident,
what
right?
you
Lynn?
said and think about it as
Yeah.
you're saying it.
I
Val-
say what?
Val doesn't what?
Now she's gonna say what? You're gonna get that for 10 minutes now. What?
Hey, Val. Val.
Herman, don't Lindsay, they're being mean.
Val, look on your cell phone. Google backdoor. Okay.
Lynn,
In
you're
Urban
all right.
Urban Dictionary.
In the Urban Dictionary, the back door.
Backdoor.
We'll wait patiently.
Yeah, because it's always worth it to see her eyes explode.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even find Google.
Waiting. Go ahead, take your time. We want to see the expression. It's
Yeah.
got to be in the Urban Dictionary, though.
But just
Urban Dictionary.
you-
The back door.
Now remember, everybody heard us say it. Nobody
Right,
twisted
so
her
I have her on
A
screen.
backdoor Roth IRA lets you get around.
No.
RA income
Urban.
and
Urban
2019.
Dictionary. Urban
If you're-
Dictionary.
You
Talking
gotta
about
let me
Roth
finish reading about the Roth thing.
Yeah, but Val, Urban Dictionary is going to be talking about investing in the Roth IRA. I'm telling you.
I'm almost out of energies.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I.
Are you gonna read her the definition of
Urban-
You can share it on
Read
the
me
screen.
about a Roth.
or are you gonna send it to her?
You could actually share it on the screen.
Backdoor in the rear of the house. Backdoor, hidden method of bypassing normal computer authentication system.
Urban
Yeah, I didn't
Dictionary.
know it meant that.
Looking in a, she's not looking, Val.
No, you're not near
What?
it.
I'm going to send you this link, Val. This is the Urban Dictionary version. I'm going to post it for about 10 seconds. And then
No, just send it to her and
click on this.
Yeah.
This is the Urban Dictionary version of backdoor.
send it to her in a Google chat.
Okay.
Chat.
There you go. You have 10 seconds, Val. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One, you gotta click on that link, Val. That's what the dictionary.
No, she won't, Lynn, because she knows what she said.
I know.
Hold on. I have to plug in my phone real quick. Okay, Urban Dictionary backdoor.
I just clicked the link there, what it means. And
Where? Hold on. Okay. What's that? Hold on.
Top definition.
Make sure you do what before you go into a back door?
Lube it up.
Yeah,
Lube
slang
it.
term for. Oh yeah, no. We don't play that. No, we don't play that. I do not like that. I do not like that.
well,
You're the one
no,
brought it up now?
listen. We have to make sure you know what you're saying when you say these things.
I got off that. I don't think that should be on my computer.
See?
Yo, you used to do that? You got off of doing that?
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. She said
Lynn,
too.
you tell Paul to behave. No, Paul, don't do that anymore. Is that what you were saying you do? What? Don't do that, Paul. It'll hurt you. It'll hurt you. And you too, Herman. You guys can't do that stuff.
Oh,
Something definitely wrong with you. Definitely.
oh my goodness.
Well, what
Val.
she's going to do next is
That was
she's going to
that was
blame
not
it.
good.
But Val, you said it though.
But I didn't say it like that. Ooh,
Sure
let's
you did.
do that and do that.
No, you did, because I can tell you exactly what I said. I said you were being passive aggressive. You don't have to take a backdoor approach to saying you want to
See,
dance.
he said
You
it. That's all I'm
say,
saying.
I want to dance, but you said I don't do the back door. I
Right.
do the front door.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
we had to
you
make
said
sure.
don't take the back door. I'm saying I don't. Now I tell you I don't. I don't.
Val, he was
That's a
trying to
big
tell
no.
you. He was trying to tell you that you got to watch what you say in statements, because you said I
Oh.
don't do the back door, I do the front door. But I was under the impression you had no idea what the back door was, and I was correct.
She knew.
No, no, not that.
Uh-huh. You didn't.
No. We don't teach that in our school.
See, once
You
again,
don't gotta teach any of them kids in your school, but you still gotta go down to the detention and all that. You going on?
right? You don't teach them a lot of things, but you
No.
You
No,
want to learn
I
these
said
things
talk
for
about
actual
the
kids.
thing that you like. I said no.
Those same kids you talking about will tell you that and then some.
true.
They never do.
Oh, because that's not the conversation at hand.
No. No,
You-
that
you
is
get in
not.
trouble with that.
No.
Val, all I can say is you have to watch what you say around certain people.
Like Herman.
Not me. The way you said it, I didn't say a word. Everybody, even the people in the chat, were like, "Oh,
Yeah. You kind of opened up
Oh,
that can of
I'm like,
worms
I
and
knew
flipped
that.
them.
I clicked the link before it deleted.
What happened?
Drone Life said I knew that. I clicked the link before it deleted. I know every time I come on around Herman, I learn new stuff.
not around me."
Uh-huh. You're always there. You and Paul. You and Paul.
Not me.
Herman and Paul are the culprits, right?
They are.
That's her story that she's sticking
Yeah,
to.
because see, everything's an accident.
Accident. Yep. It was an accident.
All I mentioned was you being like to be tucked in. Now I'm in all this trouble. I don't know how it happened.
And then she got cool big down into my flip it on them. She can't flip it on us because she knew what she was talking about.
Uh-huh.
That was not.
Uh-huh. You should act all innocent if you want. You
Mhm.
know what you were saying.
Come on, oh, I don't do that. I
No,
don't.
we don't talk about that here.
Uh-huh. You don't like that, right?
Yeah,
I've
you may
never
not
heard them
talk
talk
about
about it here.
What
you may
happened?
not talk about it, but I can guarantee you some of them kids that you advise know what the hell they're talking about.
They
Well,
may not. They may know it, but we're in Idaho.
Val, stop
Yeah,
it.
where everybody.
You have people out there, right?
Huh?
You have people in Idaho?
Yeah.
Somebody's taking the back door.
Oh man. Look, it's 6:53. I'll be glad when this is over.
And you got some people, and I'm quite sure with all them potato farms and all that out there, you got some people that are quite welcoming.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure no, because it would.
Because.
All we can say is, Val, you have to watch what you say around certain people.
I know. I have to be careful on Herman and Paul all the time.
Val, when you was a kid, right, and your parents would give you something new, and you ever told them that I don't like that? Like
No.
they gave you like a vegetable or something, and you're like, oh, I don't like that. Before you try it, what would they tell you? Try it first.
Yes. But I'm not doing that.
I'm just saying. You said you didn't like it.
Yeah. No. That's wrong.
Okay.
Poor Paul. Oh my God, you guys. No.
Your parent never told you. How do you know if you don't like it if you never tried it?
Well, some things you just know. Like, do I want to get all ripped up? No. Okay. I think I know. I don't have to get eaten by a tiger to know I wouldn't like it. I can just assume I'm not going to like that.
It's pretty close to the same thing, Val.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. It's 6:55. I can't wait to get the hell out of here. This is going completely off the wall.
And I swear to God, it's really Herman's fault.
My fault, right? The entire
Val, I have one suggestion for you.
Yes.
Each one of the times that we've introduced you to the Urban Dictionary, I want you to go back to that live stream and watch your facial expression when you find out what these things mean, because that's the funniest part of all of this. When you see your face.
But I don't know how you guys figure it's all on the Urban Dictionary. You can't really say anything that's not on there.
Well, we live in a city.
Sure
We
you can.
fly urban. We're urban flyers. Hello.
Oh, that's right.
But Val, I'm quite sure your kids have heard some of these statements.
I could bet money on it too.
You're sitting
I'm
right
pretty
there.
sure.
All has heard about them. I'm quite sure that there's other people that heard it too.
Exactly, and I'm quite
As
sure.
angelic as I am, I've heard about him. I'm angelic, you know.
Man, be careful around Paul because he has some knowledge you probably don't want.
Hey, knowledge is good.
That's right. It is.
It can save you. It can save you in a tight spot.
I believe
it's really tight.
See, she's laughing.
I didn't say it.
No one said nothing. Nothing but the fact that you laughed at that.
Yeah, that was poor Herman.
Val is
She trained,
speechless, guys. You got Val speechless. This is a good thing.
Be careful, Val. Don't fall out the shit.
And Val, I'm quite sure if your daughter watched this live stream, she would be, Mom, how could you?
How did you not know?
Yeah.
No, I think my kids are pretty sure I don't know anything.
You've led them.
They treat me like that all the time.
You've led them to believe that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't believe that crap. That's a crock of bull. Yeah, you keep on drinking the soda that's not in there, trying to distract them.
You said the can is empty?
Yeah, she's gonna turn that can up 5 times.
But yeah, Lawrence, that whole topic question of the night just went left. And
yeah, we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back to that.
We're gonna introduce this again because I really wanted to do it with with Curtis and talk about it. Curtis. The topic was about what we were talking about last time, Paul, about drone pilots, both hobbyists and 107 do we need representation in Washington?
Yes.
Yep, need to organize. Yep.
Yeah.
And we need to put it into. We need, like Herman said, we need to put it into action.
Right, like we need
Yep,
to start talking about it amongst drone pilots so it becomes so it can actually go somewhere.
Yes. Yep.
You know, and like I was telling Lawrence, like we're members of a few different drone groups. We can always just put the question out there. Other people are members of other drone groups. Just put the question out there, and it circulates around the country. And now we're talking, and that guy that could come out to lead the whole thing would emerge from it.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But for somehow we wind up talking about what people in Idaho do and what people in New
No.
York, and what people in New York don't do.
Val thinks that grown men should tuck each other in.
We went from serious subject to Herman's butt. I don't know how it happened.
Herman's what?
It.
What?
What?
See,
What?
Oh.
Hey, Herman. To Herman's what?
What?
Somebody mute Val.
What?
She said we went from that to talking about Herman's butt, and I'm going, what?
Because he was saying it. He was talking about
Saying what?
that people go through back doors instead of front doors.
What?
Started it.
Now you see how it's going, Lynn? No one's
This is how we got diverse from the subject.
see how Val disrupts stuff?
I'm pretty sure I know how it started.
It started when you were
There we go.
talking this craziness about wanting to tuck people in or how grown men should tuck each other in.
Yeah.
Only if they're scared and crying.
And
The actual topic of the day was whether or not drone pilots, both hobbyists and 107, need their own representation in Washington, D.C.
How did we get so far?
Yeah.
And Val took it on to come into.
Afternoon show. It's hard to get in here.
hey,
Hey, Night Train was good, man. Val's ruining life over here with this.
No,
Night
Herman.
Train, you're gonna have to watch the last 15 minutes of this live stream.
Herman had this thing, and I brought it up.
Make sure you have a beer and a cigar because you're gonna be entertained.
Yeah, just get a six pack and
Val's
sit
gonna
back.
do it. Val's gonna have a special, and it's called Val's Urban Life.
No, I don't think I could do that. I can't do urban.
Oh, well, Val, you keep, she muted him.
That's beautiful.
Well, see,
It's
whoa, my seat just dropped on me.
see
I
Val's
just
ruining
dropped
everything.
6 inches down here. Hold on.
What happened? You
No,
got a boy seat now?
you know where the red couch is right here behind me where I sit.
Yeah.
Well, my chair, the lever to lower it is on the same side. So if I get too close to the red chair, all of a sudden my seat goes,
Boy seat.
All we can say, Night Train, after this is saved, go back to the last 15, 20 minutes of the live stream.
And you'll see it wasn't my fault, Night Train.
Right.
You can believe that one if you want.
Sure.
It wasn't my
Sure. I
fault.
knew it was by
Herman
accident.
started it.
Let's just say, Night Train, she learned another meaning or saying from the Urban Dictionary.
It was not good.
Well, you keep bringing it up. We're just letting you know.
I'm not bringing it up. I just talked about Herman wanting to be tucked in
But
at night.
Val, you're in Idaho.
Goes again.
Hold on. You're in Idaho. I'm in New York. So when you say certain things, they may not apply to here in New York. That's when I brought up the peanut butter jelly thing. You know, I thought that you would understand that, but that one went right over your head at first.
Well, because most people eat peanut butter and jelly.
Let's see, in Idaho. In Idaho,
No,
yes.
in Idaho,
But in New
Idaho,
York,
they're too busy tucking each other in and out.
Yeah. They don't even need jelly.
No.
That's nasty.
In Idaho, they say
Mike.
in Idaho they throw open the window and yell, "I'm depressed. I need to be tucked in."
And Night Train,
That's
we
why.
found out also, Night Train, if you ever wake up and there's a potato on your nightstand, be very scared. Be
Yeah.
very afraid.
That's how the tooth fairy comes in Idaho.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The tooth fairy is actually a potato fairy.
Money, he leaves you potato.
Uh-huh. You take your tooth and leave a spud.
Oh my God.
Well, it's after 7, and it's almost time. It's time to get out of here.
It is. It is. If you guys have not seen this from the beginning, we were serious in the beginning.
Yeah, it started off well, and it turned into fun and games with Val.
You know what? I might find a new subject, Val, and I could do a video on it. Val learning the Urban Dictionary. Let's show video clips of your facial expressions when you read each meaning.
Well, that could be a whole channel on its own, right there.
Yeah.
And you could rate the phrases by the number of snorts that Val gives it.
I know, right?
God.
That's like a 3 snorter or a 1
Who
snorter.
unmuted you? Good God.
Listen, we got to get out of here, guys.
Well, let me say goodbye to everyone. In the chat.
Unmute yourself, Paul. Okay. What happened?
All the guys in the chat, I'd like to thank you for stopping by, hanging out with those guys. Without you, Wednesday night with those guys wouldn't be possible. I thank you. You could have gone anywhere in the world, but you stopped in here to hang out with us and Val. So
and Val from Idaho.
yeah. So I like to
And
thank everyone.
before everybody leaves, make sure you hit the like button.
Yes.
Yes, please. Thank you. Hit the like button.
Do that.
Anything you want to say, Val?
Good night, everyone. I'm glad you came by, and don't judge Herman.
Anyway, everyone, Val's still disturbed, and she'll be all right for the next stream. So
No more Nespressos for Val.
like
I
I said,
know. Oh my God. 4 sodas, 4 Cokes,
4 sodas,
colas,
too much caffeine, Val.
and 4 espressos, and then 1 coffee.
Okay.
It
Well,
was too much.
thanks for stopping in, everyone, and I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101.
Whoop,
With
whoop.
those guys.